So the last thing you expect when you call an Uber is to get knocked out by him. So this incident happened back in April the 24th of this year. Downtown Charleston, South Carolina. Go Gamecocks when you're not playing the Ags. And the victim in this situation by the name of Brian Coble, he was assaulted as he exited an Uber. So Brian Coble, he got into it with this Uber driver, thought it was over. The Uber driver came out to discuss it further apparently, got pissed off, headbutted him, and then punched him in the face. And it's all on tape. The unfortunate reality is that he suffered some pretty serious injuries. When he was hit, he was left unconscious, he suffered a traumatic brain injury, and suffered from amnesia. Anytime you talk about that type of head-related trauma, it's a really serious deal. So luckily, some good Samaritans came in. They captured the information of the Uber driver. We saw that all on tape. I was really concerned about that dog, by the way. Jeez, you don't want anything to happen to the old puppy dog. But the authorities caught up with this person. They arrested him for second-degree assault and battery. Some fairly serious charges. So that's what the state did to the defendant with regards to these criminal charges. On the civil side, Mr. Coble filed a lawsuit against Uber and the driver, Vadim Yu, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his last name, alleging, of course, assault, negligence, and Uber's failure to protect him from a very awful experience. And oh, by the way, Uber has a really bad track record of protecting its clientele from these types of situations. I know that because I'm currently suing them for all type of sexual assault issues. If you read the petition, what the plaintiff is suggesting is that the driver intentionally inflicted pain upon him by punching him with his fist and smacking him in the head. That's personally against the driver. Against the corporation, he's suggesting that Uber failed to screen and train drivers, making them vicariously liable for the actions of their driver. The other important cause of action is negligent hiring and supervision. Uber's defense to this is they like to say, hey, he was not our employee. He was not in our control. They try this defense all the time throughout the country, and typically it fails. Because we all know Uber is controlling what the cost is, the instrumentality to get paid. They control all that stuff. So they keep trying the same defense, and they keep losing, just like I'm going to beat them with these sexual assault cases. So if it was me, I would absolutely take a case of this nature. When you have this type of evidence and this type of damages, that person deserves justice. And more importantly, we need to send the message to companies of this nature to properly train their drivers and to make sure that there is as little physical harm that comes to them as possible. We put our trust in companies like Uber to get us from one place to another as safely and harmlessly as possible. How many times does Uber need to be hit over the head with its responsibility as related to its drivers? Its defenses of claiming we're not responsible is not working. I can tell you one thing for sure. We as plaintiffs' lawyers are going to keep banging these guys over the head until Uber understands it has an absolute duty to make sure the drivers that it puts on the road are as safe as possible and they look out for the needs of those passengers that they're transporting.